Hello, finally back with another devlog using no camera, or we're using the integrated webcam for this. But explanation is in my previous video journal. I'm not gonna discuss that. Anyways, yeah, it's been a while since the last devlog, and honestly, this implementation that I've been working on for this devlog has taken a long time. I mean, I started this on the 20th of March, and it is now the 3rd of April. So it's been a minute. And due to the inherent complexity of all pathfinding in games or even simulations, especially using no libraries, creating that pathfinding from scratch, this implementation was massive. It was incredibly complex. I don't even pretend to understand half of it, but it is too complex to give in-depth comments on. Honestly, actually, this might be even shorter than most devlogs. We reworked the pathfinding. So the first thing we did is all AI use the same 0.25 or same quartile grid that the survivors do, these guys, the green guys. The guests and the zombies use the same paths, not pathfinding. They don't use A*. They use a way simpler and cheaper pathfinding method. But this allows for, oh my God, this allows for parity between the AI and the player, allowing for more fair gameplay mechanics between the survivor and the player. Sorry, the player and the AI. Essentially, zombies could just beeline straight to your position before, but now they have to follow the same grid that you have to, so you can add some dodging and stuff like that mechanics. Also, we added something. I added something to make. Okay. Pathfinding is not that interesting. The more interesting thing is the AI brain that we created. So this is a very simple 2-layer neural net. It's literally just input output. I would even not call this a neural net. But essentially, the guests have a couple of different inputs, a couple of different like senses, and they rank those senses depending on how strong they are, which then leads to some sort of output. So here you can see this guest has, I believe, 6 inputs. So HP is how much health they have, their full health, so that's 1. In corridor, they are able to tell whether they're in a corridor or in a room. They aren't in a room, and they are in a corridor. You can tell by these 2 values here. Let me just make sure I'm actually, okay. Sorry, I only have 1 monitor too, which makes this a little more complicated, but danger, they have HP, they have location, basically. These are 2 nodes, but they can just be grouped into a location array. And then you have danger. So do I see a zombie? Am I getting damaged? Just a general sense of danger. Then you have thirst and you have hunger. These are thirst and hunger inactive. We haven't even began implementing thirst and hunger resources and stuff like that, so there's no point solving for those. So those are disabled, and the output here is disabled too. So these are these 2 gray dots. Essentially, the guests have 5 needs. They have 5 states of being. 5 things that they want. They wander, or 5 things they do. They wander, they seek shelter, they run from danger, they drink, and they eat. These are like 5 simple things. I might implement this later to maybe split danger into fight or flight. We can even add like some cooperation stuff later, but these are like maybe like group dynamics. But these are later ideas. But anyways, this is very modular, so you can easily just add more components to this neural net, and it's going to be a lot simpler. We're not training these guys, so we don't have adjustable weights, biases. Everything's just pre-fixed, pre-made. What we might do in the future is add some random variability through personality. So, for example, you can have certain guests that are naturally more violent, and their fight is going to be a lot higher than their flight. Or you have guests that are more paranoid, so they'll seek shelter more, they'll try to avoid danger more, and you have guests that are braver. So they'll seek shelter less and they'll wonder more. You know, basic personality variability. But so far that hasn't been implemented. It's not that complicated, honestly. It will probably actually be very simple. You know what? Let me write it down on our game roadmap. Things to add: personality variability that will impact weights in brain. For example, braver guests seek shelter less and wonder more. Okay. Anyways, so currently this guest, let me turn some of this stuff off. Oh, also added a way to snap to a guest so you can follow them as they move. I think that's really cool. But anyways, this guest is, of course, obviously seeking shelter right now. They're they're outside of a room and they have this predisposition to really want to be in shelters. So you can see here on the input, I assume this is the shelter. I should probably label these because I actually don't know. But this is the shelter node. This is the wonder node, and this is the danger node. Of course, danger is always going to be, there's going to be some like background danger always. But yeah, shelter is clearly the highest, so shelter wins because of corridor. So you can, there's a breakdown here. So what's contributing to this shelter objective? HP normalized. This will just always have a permanent background thing because it's +1, as long as it's 100. But in corridor is going to be +32. So this is the +1, I believe, from HP, and this is the +32 from corridor, which, you know, if you're in a corridor, you don't want to be in a corridor. It's very simple. Something also that you can see here is we've implemented the cone of vision that allows guests to see what they're standing on. So this is a corridor with this orange tile. And as you can see, this is going to be a perfect demonstration because it's actually going to show a lot. As you can see here, they look at here, this is a doorway. They see it as a doorway tile and the rest is a room. Now, of course, they can't see this room tile, but because they know there's a wall here and there's a doorway here, they know there's a room here, which is really interesting. I feel like that's a clever little mechanic that might come in useful later. Yeah, it just gives the guest the ability to infer from a door and a wall that there's a room behind it. Anyways, they lock on to here, they see a shelter. We're going to pathfind there first. I'm not exactly sure how they're pathfinding there. Maybe they see the wall, so they assume there's a room on the other side of the wall. But anyways, maybe that's a little unrealistic. But again, we're not trying to achieve peak realism here. This is the game after all. There's some abstractions. But anyways, they see the doorway, they see the room, so they go in here, and now as you can see, they switch to wonder. You can see here in room, it gives you -38, which makes shelter less viable now. And since the rank is, I believe, I think it goes danger, shelter, wonder. They're not in danger. They have shelter fulfilled. They go wonder. You can almost think of this as like a Maslow's pyramid, where the bottom is danger, so security, and then you have shelter, and then you have wondering. Later, of course, I believe we're gonna do thirst and hunger. We're gonna have to change this. We might actually just copy Maslow's hierarchy. That would be kind of funny. But whatever. So yeah, they're wandering in this room. They're gonna keep wandering. Wandering is this kind of similar to how the zombies wander. We've gone through this, I believe, in the last devlog. This is a zombie here, so I'm just waiting for him to spot the guest and start hunting him, to kind of show you what happens. Oh my god, okay, this is literally perfect. Okay, zombie spotted guest. Zombie paths with a 0.25 grid to the guest. The guest has no idea the zombie is in the room because their cone of vision is not showing, or the zombie's not in their cone of vision, but as soon as they turn to spot the zombie, which is going to be here probably, bang, okay. This is so sick. Danger spotted. Danger pinpoint here, and danger score should... it's not going up yet. Okay, maybe it's delayed. Anyways, they spot the zombie, danger signal sent. They're like, oh, zombie in room. Suddenly the green room tiles turn into red tiles, not to signify danger, but to signify that this is shelter no more. At this point, a corridor is even more shelter than the room that they're in because the danger is currently present in the shelter that they're in. So they immediately waypoint to the door and they're like, I want to get out of this room. Now, currently, there's no danger detection. I could add like weighted pathfinding and A-star pathfinding for when danger is spotted to kind of skirt past the danger, but honestly, I don't really care at this point. So he beelines straight through the zombie. In my mind, he might even be pushing the zombie aside or whatever. But he beelines to the door and he runs out. As soon as he runs out, he is clear and he'll keep running. As you can see, danger is still activated. Sorry, I should have paused a little earlier. One issue is when they run into a wall, they kind of like get distracted and they're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna start wandering again. And they forget about danger. But now they go back to danger. So wandering is just like to get out of the way from the wall. So far, I haven't seen that cause any problems, so I'm gonna maintain that as a feature, not a bug. But anyways, they go back to shelter, they spot the danger, they start fleeing again, and they see this room, so they go in there, and they are safe in a second. As soon as danger disappears, as soon as they forget about that point, just gonna go to wander temporarily. He's still in danger. Oh, okay, this guy's really having a bad day. He's gonna run again, away from the zombie, into the corridor, probably into the other room. There you go. Oh, he missed the door. Remember, he's not seeking shelter. He's just trying to get away from danger. He's gonna find those zombies there. He's gonna run away from those guys now. You can see this all without the debug graph. But it's more interesting to see the debug. Okay, they're still running away from danger. Although this is getting very far. So danger should be pretty low right now. It actually seems like shelter is the dominant one in the brain. There you go. They switch to shelter. He's going to see the zombies again. He's going to go to danger. Yeah, it seems that the brain is being overridden by danger. See here, you have dominant shelter, objective danger. This is not meant to happen. Might have to revisit this. Yeah, he's getting stuck here. There's guys on either side. He's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Now, weighted pathfinding. He would probably find a way around this, but again, we don't have to complicate this much. And yeah, he got murked. But anyways, I think in general, that's the implementation. There are still some issues here and there, I guess, with, for example, that danger being overridden by the shelter. That shelter being overridden by the danger. That could be something I change. If it causes problems later on, I will is that a good idea? What if it causes problems and I'm not aware of it? We're going to keep that in the back of our mind. Or should we change it now? Man, I just really want to ship this change. I mean, I've already committed it. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it as is. Oof. There's so many other things I want to move on to. But is this a quick fix? Let me just check something. Give me 1 second. Okay, I did some fixing. And it seems, that it's more aligned now. Because the problem was that in the brain, the dominant and the objective would differ. Wait. Okay, the dominant should not be. I thought I just fixed it. Why is the dominant shelter still? The dominant shouldn't be shelter. But it literally is. It's because shelter's already. Wait a second. I gotta do some more thinking. Okay, my apologies. I forgot this was planned behavior. This is meant to be this way. I completely forgot. I'm sorry. My brain's not working today. Anyways, dominant doesn't really mean. So, in my brain, the reason why I was tweaking at this is that if they're in a shelter, dominant shouldn't be shelter because shelter should be 0, but that's not true. Your brain still wants to be in a shelter. It's just satisfied. So it does the next thing. Does that make sense? Like, even if you're safe, your dominant need is still going to be security. It's just fulfilled. So you're doing the next thing. Does that make sense? So it's working as it should be. Yeah, so I think it's fine. Okay, I think the brain model is so complicated, but I think the brain model is working. I think the pathfinding is working. I think everything is great. I think we now just need to start working on other stuff. I'm not sure what the next implementation is going to be. We might do, I'm not sure. Do we want to do stylized things yet? So like make like a cinema mode, which will be the actual game, where we can add like the actual fog of war, the like better assets or whatever to the rooms, proper lighting? Or do we want to get started on maybe food and water or furniture or crafting? There's so much to do. I think next step is sit down a little bit with the roadmap, actually build out the roadmap and figure out the next stages of implementation. But for now, this seems to be done. I hate this camera. Holy buckets, this looks really bad. Anyways, it's okay. I need to work on the rest, but so far so good. I believe this right now is the most playable game I've done so far. I mean, we have a game loop, right? We have death. We still don't have a winning condition, but we're probably not going to have a winning condition for this game. But yeah, there's a losing stage, and there's a game loop, and the AI is a little more flavor. So yeah, now it's time to start adding some more stuff. Maybe I should do a winning condition. Maybe I should do a winning condition. But I guess that's not this type of game. There's another game I was thinking of working on. I might start working on it, and that one's gonna have a winning condition. It's gonna be a little easier to do than this one, I believe. But yeah, I'm excited to work on that. I'm excited to keep going with this one. Anyways, that's it for this dialogue. Love you so much, and yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. I'll probably make another devlog when I'm done with the whole roadmap. Kind of give a more incremental, maybe like a mini devlog where we do like a more incremental view of the game. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, peace out.